So this lab is all about managing teams, collaboration, and app settings for teams. So we are going to first start with managing the team's resources. So let's jump to a client number one, and we will make sure that we are logged in private account, the Joni Sherman's account. In a desktop client, and then let's add a password. And once we are signed in, we're going to open Microsoft Teams, and this is how it look like. And first we are going to create a team. So let's create a new team. So more create team options, or you from the create a team dialog box from over here, teams and channel. Your teams and channels. Okay, that's over here. Create a team. We'll give our team the name. Let's say IT department. And let's keep it like you have team type and what is the sensitivity. So you will get to see this kind of get the Teams mobile app windows. Just close it, and here we can see this option over here to create a team. Or here you have options: new team, new channel, new message, join team. So here more create team options. We have to select this, and whether you want to create a team from a template or from another team, or let's say from a group, which Microsoft group that you want to use. Let's say we are going to add this one, IT department. So this is created out of a group, and here you will see you can manage your channel or here manage your team. Here you will add the members. So owner Joni Sharman is the owner. Members and guest, you can see Alan De Jong and Patti Fernandez, the administrator also. Okay, so this is how you create a team using a desktop client. Now let's create a team by using the PowerShell. So let's open PowerShell. give the password. So here we'll use a command connect Microsoft Teams. Press enter. It will prompt for sign in. So we are going to sign in as Joni Sherman's account. Let me quickly punch password. So we are in, and now we are going to punch this command for creating a new team. The display name will be CA Office, visibility public of this team. Mail nickname, display name, and visibility. 3 parameters we are going to update. Now we'll also add some users to this team. Okay, let's say Alex Wilbur, and here we are going to use the suffix, that is our tenant name. Let me erase the extra text that we have over here. All right. And again, we will add one more user. And that user is Alan DeYoung. So we have to make sure that we also change the tenant name, tenant prefix, or sorry, suffix. And let's copy this and add a new member. Copy and then paste it over here. So that way we have added one more user to this team, and that is Alan DeYoung. Now we are going to see how to create a channel in this team. And the channel name is going to be support for this team. So let's add it. Then we are going to add another channel to this team. Let's say recruiting. And we are going to add one more channel, which is going to be a private channel, that is named as administration. And finally, when we are done adding our teams, user to the teams, and then creating channels, we can disconnect Microsoft Teams. Okay, so that's how you work around with the Teams command. Now let's create a team by using an Graph API. Okay, so let's proceed towards the Graph Explorer tool. And let's quickly sign in using the admin. Here we will use the Joni Sherman account for this. And adding a password as well. Accept it. Permissions have to be accepted, and then here you will see get, post, put, patch, different REST API operations that you can perform, and we will keep the version as 1.0. Now here we will add one query that is for teams. Okay, and we are going to also modify the permissions for this. You have the options for teams creating, teams, team create. That is the permission. Okay, so that we are going to enable. Create teams via basic profile, maintain access to data that you have given it access to. And once it is done, consent it. And we are going to accept that once it is done. If you have multiple lines within a block code, then you can use another option. Okay. Now let's go to request body over here, and we are going to type this template at the rate odata.bind teams template. So if you want to copy multiple lines, you can make like different parameters or filters you want to add it to your search or your query. You can do it from the request body. Okay, and then we are going to run the query. So with an accepted message, here let's remove, you can see that over here, let's remove the request body entirely from here. And okay, let me just do that again. Here we are going to replace it with this text, where we are going to define the name of the meeting, the description, what channels it's gonna have. Okay, so this way different teams will be getting added. What permissions along with that, guest settings, member settings, fund settings, okay, that you can do along with that. So it is just typing it all. You can write your own script, you can define it in the REST API format. Okay, these are the fund settings, message settings, and that's it. So that we that we have it for all. Then we have discovery settings in the last, showing team search and suggestions. Okay, now let's run the query. So this is, we are creating a team and different channels available. Now let's go to the Teams desktop app, and you can see these are the two teams that are created: tech meetings, early adopters. The settings are also done, and the permissions are also, you can see over here. If I go to this page, manage team, you can see that all these settings have been done through the programmatic script. Now let's see how to archive and unarchive a team. So we are already logged in as Junish Sharma, and we're just going to go to teams and channels. You go to sales. Okay, see all your teams over here. and we are going to archive. Let's say we are going to archive the Teams rollout. Make the If you want to make the SharePoint site read only for the team members, right? Now the status would be changed of that team as archived. Okay, so this is archived, and you can also view it over here. Okay, so here you will see all the different tabs. Over here you'll be able to see the archived teams. The status for this is changed to archived. We can undo this. Let's go over here. We can undo this. Now let's check the archive team on the virtual machine too, and we'll just go to Lynn Robbins, signed in as Lynn Robin in the browser, and here we are going to you can see that Teams rollout. The label was changed as all. The status column should be changed to archived, and written in orange color that you can see. You can also unarchive this. So here you can see that is archived. You can unarchive this. So you can select the team, and over here teams and channels, your teams and channels. For this one, Teams rollout. So this team was archived, so you can't post any more messages. Over here it says. So you can see that new conversation option is not available for this archive team. Right. Now unarchiving this, so we need to sign in as Joni Sherman. On client 1, Teams admin center, And we are going to sign in as Lynn Robbins. Let me quickly add the password as well. Okay. So now here you can see the sales has changed to archive with the orange tag, orange color. You can leave the team restore if you want to um, like unarchive this team from here, restore. Okay, now if you try to go to let's say sales team, and this is the channel that we have over here. So here we do have an option to display your teams and channels. So this is archived and you can post any more messages in this team. If you want to hide it or show in favorites or new section, this is for the channel settings. Right, so let's go back and let's go to the sales team, and if you want to unarchive, oh sorry, I supposed to be in the teams admin center, so over here, so this, let's say this archive this team. Okay, if you want to unarchive, over here see teams rollout is archive. Okay, let's give a quick refresh. So unarchiving is an easy step. Now the status will change to archived. Okay, if we want to unarchive it, let's say if we go to the sales option, unarchive and archive options are available. So So for the end user, this will be visible. There will be no option for them to add the message if you select on that team. So that is how we unarchive it. Okay, now when we go back to the client 2, and when we are where we are just logged in as Lynn Robbins. Okay, so we can see that the sales is team is again active. If we want to hide, we can hide it from here or move to favorite section, right? And if we go to the channel, we can see the post button is available. So that is how it works. That is the functionality, the limited functionality of the archive teams. So we have archived and unarchived, making the team fully operational. Now we'll see how to delete and recover the items. So let's go to client, Teams web client, where we are signed in as Lynn Robbins over here. And from here, if you want to delete the team from here. Now we'll connect to client 1. Okay, and we will log in quickly to Entra ID, Entra Admin Center as administrator. And under the group section, you will click on the deleted groups and you will be seeing the sales group that has been deleted. If you want to restore it, you can restore the group like that. Now let's go to client 2 machine, and here where we are logged in as Lynn Robbins, you can see that the sales team will appear in the teams list of teams again. Okay, let us refresh it again. If it doesn't reflect, then we can go again to the Entra Admin Center and we go to the group section, verify that sales is restored, sales group is restored, and let's go to the client, or let me just log in, sign out and sign in back. To view the sales team. But the full process of deleting, restoring can take up to 24 hours. If it does not appear, then we are going to check it at a later point of time. So we will check it after some time. As we can see that still not reflecting, then we can proceed with the other exercises. So this is basically how we are deleting and restoring the groups as well as the teams. Okay, we will check it after some time because it's not visible now. Manage team members with dynamic membership. And here we are going to create some groups which will be dynamic groups. Okay, so let's say it is a security group. Okay, or let's go back and let's select the CA office group. And here from the properties, we can change the membership type from the assigned to the dynamic user. And you can see the sensitivity labels are also visible from the purview environment. We will get an option to add a dynamic query when we change it to the dynamic membership type. And here we will add one property, account enabled equal to. These are the different operators that we can make use of. Account enabled to true. Add the expression and save it. Let us add one more expression where usage location equals to CA, right? And we are going to save it. Let's once again check the expressions are added. Let's add the expression. So we have two expressions, user account enabled and user location equals to CA. And we are going to save it. Now we have an option, dynamic rule processing status field, where okay, let's refresh the browser first. Let's refresh it. It may take some time for the changes to be processed. And let's check over here. We can check, right? Over here, access reviews not required. Dynamic rule processing status field was there. Validate the rules. So here we are going to add Alex Wilbur. This is basically the dynamic rule processing status field. They have changed the name for it, right? So let's validate. So here you can see the status. So these are true, and here we are going to validate. So we have already validated the roles, and let's add for, let's see for what's the status for Alan. So here there is an error and it says not in group, right? So we'll just check because of one of the properties did not match, that is the usage location of the user is not that equals to that CA, right? So Canada, any user that is having a user location as Canada and account enabled true, that will only be a part of this group, right? So this is all about the dynamic groups. Now let's talk about configuring channel and message policy. So how you create a message policy for Gphy, memes and stickers. So let's go to the Teams admin center. Let's go to messaging policies over here in the messaging section, and here we are going to add some policies. So the name of the policies, let's say regular users without fun stuff, and the policy to disable Gphy and let's say stickers, memes and conversations. So let's say we will keep Gphy and conversations off, memes in conversations off, stickers in conversations off, and leave the rest of the settings as it is. Text prediction, and you can see that other settings are there, you can explore that. Once this policy is created, we are going to assign users to this policy. So let's rename and try again. It's asking to rename the policy. It can take up to 24 hours for these settings to take effect, right? So this is regarding the messaging policy, what you want to restrict, what you want to allow. And now we are going to see how to manage your private channels in a team. So we are already on the Teams admin center, and we are going to make sure that you need to sign in using Joni Sherman, who is the Teams administrator. Let's select Teams over here, manage Teams, and for the sales team, the channels of this team, let's add a private channel with name as confidential sales, confidential private sales channel, and then we're going to make it private. Channel owner will be Lynn Robbins. Okay, so we have created a private channel, and let's check it on the client side. So we have this new channel created, that is private channel. Now we are going to learn how to manage the app settings, like disable the third-party storage providers. So let's go back to our Teams Admin Center where we have signed as Joni Sherman, and we'll just go to Teams settings. So here we can do some settings related to, let's say we'll go to files over here, files where that you want to be available in the files tab, where you want to store that. So we are going to keep it off for Citrix, Dropbox, we're going to keep Box on, and Google Drive off, and Ignite off. Okay, and let's save it where those files that are shared in the channel or your Teams where can be saved as. How to enable or disable the third-party storage providers for your whole tenant, right? So that we have seen. Now if you want to block an application at organizational level, which is our next exercise, so we just need to go to Teams apps over here, Teams apps, manage apps. Okay, so you want to allow which applications to be there for your tenant, that you can control from here. Let me just skip the tour, and let me search for Google Analytics. Right, so we have Google Analytics, and just click on that. Block the application. Okay, so in the actions you can block that application straight away from here, and it can take up to 24 hours again to apply that settings, to take that settings or to block that application from your tenant. Now we will learn about how to create and manage app setup policies which are there. So let's go to setup policies, Teams apps, and here we have the default organizational wide policy which is there, and we are going to see which applications are installed. If you want to add, you can see that these applications are there, pinned applications. If you want to add more, you can search it from here. Okay, let's say I search for a planner, and I'm going to add this, and you can save and confirm. Again, this will take 24 hours to add this application to your tenant. Okay, that's a global policy which is there. To create a custom app setup policy, we just add another policy, custom policy. We just edited default, but here we are going to create, let's say, only for a sales team. Okay, and in the description I will provide install Adobe Acrobat Sign and Pin Viva Goals app. User pinning, we will keep it on, and under the installed apps over here we are going to add the Adobe Acrobat Sign, this one. add the application, and to pinned applications. Okay, here we are going to add Viva Goals. Select and add, and then we are going to save it. This is a custom policy, and now we will assign this policy of sales team. Okay, we'll select over here and assign users. Here we are going to search for Alex Wilbur. Add, apply. Like it is mentioned that this policy is going to take effect. After this is applied, you can like we can just check it, test it. We have to test it after 24 hours, right? Now we'll just go to, we are logged in as Lynn Robbins over here, and we just go into the chat option, and let's create a new chat or new message. Let's say over here. So here we will add Joni Sherman to start the conversation. You can see the app is added now. Okay, and if we click on, you don't, okay, this will be apply. This setting to disable the emoji, GIF and stickers will take some time. It's still visible, but this option won't be available, okay, after that settings take place, right? So this is how it will look like. There will be no options for this. Now the blocked applications and storage providers, you just go to the app section. This will also take some time. You can search for the blocked app, will not appear over here simply. Google Analytics is visible, which means the setting is not applied. So as it was mentioned, it will take 24 hours to take effect. These settings effect. And let's go to chat over here, and channels, sales. Let's say, let's go to files over here, and here we will select add a shortcut to OneDrive, right? So we can my files in OneDrive. That was the shortcut that got added in the OneDrive. Likewise. So this is all about how you do some task related to Teams apps, policies, some default policies that you can edit or create a custom policy. This completes our lab number 3.